Hey, everybody. There we go. Hey, everyone. People love it when a meeting runs on time. So before I do my brief spiel, I want to introduce our first story slam of the meeting. This is Kibom Kwan, who is going to be starting with a I think fairly short story, actually, if I remember. Yeah, awesome. So come on up, do your thing, and then when he's done, I'll do my spiel, and then we'll get rolling.
Good morning. I want to talk about a moment, empathy, I learned perspective on from my ICU rotation. So one day, I'm a fourth year medical student. I was assigned to take care of this patient who was admitted for intraparenchymal hemorrhage. And as many of you know, this condition is very serious. Like, you could be totally fine, taking a nap, but all of a sudden, you lose the ability to see or hear or even understand like what's happening around you. So I was terrified to see this patient, and I walked into the patient room. I wanted to do a quick neuro exam. So I asked her, let's call her name Emma. Emma, how are you doing today? No response. So I raised my voice. Emma, can you hear me? Can you nod if you can hear me? And silence. So, okay, she was just staring at gaze, making some repetitive finger movements that she was trying to communicate, but couldn't quite get there yet. So I talked to the nurse and tried to understand her baseline, but the nurse also said the same thing. Emma can say yes or no on some days, but other days she's completely nonverbal. And at that moment, her husband walked in. And this little moment, it changed the way I saw Emma and I saw myself in the workplace. So her husband walked in, sat down next to her, grabbed her hand, and gently saying good morning to her. And briefly, Emma looked back at her husband, and I could tell that she recognized him. This little moment, unspoken connection, it was a silent exchange of love and understanding. And it was a very powerful moment. So this experience taught me that I reflected myself, okay, was I seeing Emma as a patient, or did I really get to know her as a person? And this experience, as I reflected more, I realized how busy ICU setting can be, but it's important that we not lose the demand of medicine, lose our ability to connect with the patients as a person. So if I were to see Emma again, I'd probably thank her for reminding me that while we heal the body, we should never lose to see the soul inside it. Thank you for the opportunity to present my little story. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, right, so now I have to follow that. Welcome. Hi, everyone. I was thinking, as I was walking across the Sky Bridge at 7 o'clock this morning, how awesome it is to live in a place where I still get my phone out when I see something like snow on the Olympics and alpenglow there. For those of you who aren't from the Puget Sound area, it's always like this. But seriously, this is my happy place. I love coming back here. I loved it even before I was governor, and I will love it after I'm governor. It's fun to get to open the meeting like this, so that's a little bit of a bonus. But really, this is a time when I really value community, and you're it. So I'm glad to be here with y'all. In terms of other stuff, I'm going to pull out my notes because there's actually things that I wanted to say. Yeah, so thank you to our course chairs. Doug, you're there. Prachi might be taking a break. She already opened the meeting. But if you hear Prachi wave there, she's back there. They're going to be doing a lot of introductions. You'll see plenty of them. Please say thanks if you see them out in the hall. This was, as usual, this was a logistically challenging meeting to pull together, but they've done a fantastic job. We have a great lineup for you. We have some new faces. We have some old faces. We have a new host for Doctor's Dilemma. In case you're wondering what Doctor's Dilemma is, that's what Alex Trebek would have called his trademarked show if he had been a physician. So that's going to go down tomorrow at over lunch. I strongly encourage you to join that. It's going to be fantastic. And I don't know how many of you noticed when you were coming in, but we have a record number of posters at this meeting, and that reflects a record number of trainees at this meeting. I was thinking about this, and over the exceedingly long time since I joined the American College of Physicians, which was during the Clinton administration, if you care to know, the number of medical schools and the number of residency programs in Washington State have both tripled. So I just want to have a huge welcome to all of the people who are participating in those programs right now, because it's fantastic. This stuff is for you. If you haven't already downloaded the meeting app, please do. It's going to be the main way that we do Q&A. You can still shout from the floor, but we're going to try and answer the questions in the app first. Those of you who are on Zoom, hi! You can also put your questions in the Q&A. I will do my best to read them. I will warn you that my voice tends to go by mid-afternoon on Saturday, which is kind of ironic because I have the last talk, but I'll do my best for you. And then the one other thing that I just wanted to bring up, show of hands, how many of you are currently doing the LKA? Yeah, that was a pre-test question, so that didn't actually count. Sorry, inside joke. So for those of you doing the LKA, you are good for MOC. We are going to make you smart, but you don't actually have to do the MOC questions at the end because the LKA has you covered. How many of you are currently doing MOC but not LKA? Okay, so for you, if you look on the Meeting Hub, we have a handout for you that actually has the MOC questions from this meeting. Now, it doesn't have the answers on it. That would be cheating. But I encourage you to download that and pay attention as we go, and when you find an answer, just circle it. And that way, when we get to the end of the meeting and you actually have to do the MOC thing, you can submit the answers. We're trying to make this easy for you. That is the full extent of everything that I have to say, other than to welcome our next speaker. Now, let me make sure I can make PowerPoint happy here before I do anything. Just get rid of this. There we go. Thank you, presenter mode. And get rid of that. And find this. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good. I love it when things work. Yes. Okay.